the finals, it was in 5 games. So perhaps that was a reason why he wasn't as emotional. Although I did hear that he was like, what, I got to stay for a parade. I'm ready to get back to my horses. So it's okay to have other inspirations. You know, I like vinyl and wine.
Okay.
So
you cry.
I'm happy for him. I cry when I get a good bottle of Cardinal.
Okay.
I think this is just great, like, work-life balance, right? Like, he's going to be playing more basketball pretty soon for Eurobasket, but go make sure that you're enjoying your life, enjoying the fruits of your labor, and that can refresh you mentally, physically, everything.
That horse must have really bad odds, right, to be.
He's that emotional. Okay, but this is how I look at it. I see, like, you love your mom and you love your husband. I'm saying husband, I don't have one, but you know what I mean. You love different people differently.
I don't think any of us.
So, you're right. So when you think about it, it's like if your kid were to win something versus you, yourself. So that's how I see Joker's reaction.
Like that.
It's not a good, that's a good comparison.
Analogy.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take that. We had a packed weekend in the W. It's time.
She's nice, though.
She is. A round of this or that. I'm going to give you guys 2 options. Pick A or B. Very simple. Starting with the first one. Who doesn't love watching NBA players take on campers? Donovan Mitchell and Trae Young going at it with their campers on camp or at camp. Mark, which guy do you think would be harder to guard and pick up?
I don't want to guard Spider. He might dunk on me or something like that. At least with Trae, he's going to shoot threes, and I'm tall, so maybe I could alter a shot. Maybe.
I'm talking about a camper. He's little size, though, if you're a camper.
Oh, yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, okay,
I'm going to stick with what I said.
Okay, you agree.
I don't want to guard either one. I don't even want to guard Coco Jones.
Yeah, and this is no shade, but I feel like Trae is like the same size as some of the campers, so they could
They
probably
said, who would you rather guard? I'm just.
Oh, but it's like as a camper. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was thinking of it from a camp's perspective.
Okay.
All right, we have to give congrats to Jarrett Allen. He got married this weekend. His former teammate Isaac Okoro posted this on social media. There was a choreographed High School Musical routine. Who has the better moves? Do you think it was Jarrett Allen or Dean Wade?
I got to give credit to Jarrett Allen here because all eyes
But look at Dean.
But I mean, Dean is like the supporting cast here. Jarrett has to be the star and the starring man next to his beautiful bride. So all the pressure's on him to make sure he does it right for her. Dean Wade, it's just all
Nobody cares.
great.
He looks like
he's just back there.
like trying to go as
Back
if
there.
it's going
Dean
on.
Wade, credit for being a good teammate.
Yeah.
It's all on Jarrett.
But he does look like he could be in High School Musical. A couple of MVPs hanging out. SGA holding his basketball camp in Toronto. And guess who was there? You already see him. AI. Allen Iverson, obviously. Shea, the reigning MVP, and AI won the award in 2001. But how similar are the two? Here's a comparison of Allen Iverson and SGA's MVP seasons. Both led the league in points per game and free throws made per game. Huge difference in field goal percentage, though, and SGA also won Finals MVP, while the Sixers lost to the Lakers in 5. Mark, who had the best MVP season, SGA or Iverson?
Man, Allen's going to get mad at me. I'm going to say Shea because he won a title. Although this performance, I was there that night, was one of the most incredible performances in finals history. And shout out to SGA's dad. Like, who gets Allen to come out anywhere? He must have got him a PJ, and Allen was actually asked about practice by one of the campers. And he said, you need practice to be successful in life and in everything you do. So he's starting to give him the OG answers now.
Yeah, pretty
One
good
of the
advice
best
there.
dunks of Allen's career was that follow-up dunk on a foul line tip in Toronto. Great to see him back in Toronto. He is a legend wherever he goes.
Yeah. Also, they both rocked cornrows. I don't know if that's a coincidence there, too. Maybe.
Well, because Shea, I think that was his guy, too.
Yeah.
He was inspired by him. And now Allen's saying that his daughter's inspired by how Shea dresses. So.
Oh, see? So much inspiration.
The swag
going
came
around.
full circle.
Exactly. Okay, so we had some news over the weekend. Our own Shams Charania reports that Billy Donovan has signed a multi-year contract extension with the Bulls. The Knicks briefly showed some interest in Donovan this offseason, but he will be remaining in Chicago. So with the departures of Popovich, Michael Malone, Taylor Jenkins, and Tibbs, Billy Donovan is now the 3rd longest tenured head coach in the NBA, behind Eric Spoelstra with the Heat and Steve Kerr with the Warriors. Donovan is entering his 6th season with Chicago. So the Bulls, have made the playoffs once under Donovan. They are yet to win a playoff series. This year probably won't break that streak. So Dave, what needs to happen in Chicago to change the future of the franchise?
I mean, obviously, I spent a lot of my day job covering the Lakers, and seeing them have their major franchise sale over the summer for a valuation of $10 billion makes you think about the Reinsdorfs in terms of they're one of the remaining family-run businesses where their main stream of revenue is from their teams. It's not like they have some outside private investment or real estate, et cetera, et cetera. And you just have to wonder how long a business like that, like the Ronzors, family, mom and pop, can compete in today's NBA. Now, certainly you could say they could make some better decisions. Look at some of their free agency decisions, trade decisions, draft decisions over the last 5 to 10 years. But just bigger picture, I don't know if they will be the most competitive team if they have that ownership structure in place.
And Josh hasn't signed yet. I did see Billy Donovan, he probably don't like me saying this, but at the Wynn having a meeting with Josh Giddey, so maybe that's a positive time to figure something out. I think Montes Pazelis is going to be a special player that's going to continue and ultimately end up being the face of this franchise. But, you know, I'm wondering why Billy committed. I know he could have got another job. He could maybe go to college, and he must believe the direction of this team. But this still looks like a rebuilding franchise, which I'm still respectfully trying to figure out the direction.
Well, I mean, I would say when you commit, it's guaranteed money.
Yeah.
And you get paid no matter what happens down the line. So it's a smart
Chicago's
move.
not a bad town either to live in, right?
So it's a smart move in my estimation, just deciding if the money's there.
But you said rebuilding. How long are they going to be rebuilding is the question.
It just seems like the same thing every year.
Right.
You know, they finally did make a trade. Is their pick gonna get them one of the guys next year? Like there is some beauty in the picks next year, but that's not good if I'm talking about that, right? This is the Chicago Bulls. This is the home of Michael Jordan.
Right.
They haven't been to the playoffs in years. That one appearance was one and done. They're still like one of the most marketable franchises in sports, but yet there's no marquee guy that anybody wants to see.
Yeah, I mean, there was that half a season where Lonzo was healthy and you had DeMar DeRozan hitting game winners, and you're like, oh, there's something to build here. Vucevic in the paint, but that dissipated almost as quickly as it came together.
Yeah.
You haven't been excited about them since D Rose was healthy.
Yeah, but still one of the most recognizable friends. In 8 seasons in the making, Chris Paul will be making his reintroduction with the Clippers later this afternoon, and both of you guys are going to be in attendance for CP3's press conference. Mark, when you think about what you're going to talk to CP3 about, what is the biggest question that you have for him?
Well, he had an interview with the amazing journalist friend of ours, Jamel Hill, in July, where he said at the most a year, 40 years old, and like there's expectations that this will be his last season, but I'm hearing that. Don't expect him to say that at the press conference today. You got to remember at the time when he spoke to Jamel, he didn't know where he was going just yet. Playing in a Los Angeles Clippers uniform is different. You could actually commute to your house instead of taking a private jet to your house. You could go to your son's game. You could go to your daughter's events. And they got their stuff going on too, so they ain't got time for daddy all the time.
Yeah.
So I think the fact that he's in a Clippers uniform gives it a different dynamic where maybe, it could add another year to his career. And you're talking about a guy who's a vegan. He's in Lucas shape, right? He's in great shape, right? So wearing that uniform, and I think it also solidifies that he will be the first guy to get his jersey retired as a Clipper. Maybe it gives him some extra life to even go beyond 41.
Yeah.
I think because of the way they're going to use him, it won't necessarily put so much taxing demands on his body. So maybe he can extend it. You're talking about a team that obviously the ball is going to be in James Harden's hand as the primary playmaker. You have Bogdanovich, you have Chris Dunn, and so Chris Paul, I don't think we relied on night in, night out. We actually might see the first time in his career that he gets a DNP CD. It's never happened in his career. The only time he's missed a game is because of injury. He played 82 games last year. But, when you look at this Clippers roster construction, there might not be a night in, night out demand for Chris, which, one, could certainly help him stay fresh throughout the season. And two, if he stays fresh, of course they're going to trust him in a playoff situation.
Well, in the fourth quarters.
The fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, I think he'll be special. He's played with James already. He's not played with Kawhi, but I think the one thing that the Clippers are getting in him is I remember watching those Lakers teams with Kobe and Shaq early on, and guys like, Ron Harper and Brian Shaw, they got them to the finish line to win games.
That's right.
I could see Chris playing that role in the fourth quarter, even if he didn't play much, but coming in fourth quarter tight games, getting them to the finish line to victories.
So you think this new role that he's going to be playing with the Clippers will allow him to play a few more years in the league?
Yeah.
42, 43?
Why not? Like, it's easier. He's a family guy. He's about his kids.
Yeah.
And now he can touch his kids every day.
Yeah.
So I think that makes a difference. If this was, a different uniform outside of the LA area, I would think differently. But being that he's home,
Yeah.
and your biggest issue is commuting from the Valley,
Yeah.
it's possible.
You also got the number 3 from Bradley Beal. So just conjuring up a lot of nostalgia for Lob City as well for people that were Clippers fans back then. Again, CP3 will address the media today, but he will be also sitting down with our Malika Andrews, and you can catch that interview tomorrow right here on NBA Today. Let's talk about something that Chris's new teammate just learned. Young Hansen has been having a pretty good summer. He was selected number 16 overall by the Memphis Grizzlies. Then he was traded to the Trailblazers, and as a Blazer, at Summer League, he averaged almost 11 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 blocks per game. Now, he is teaching trash talk to Kawhi Leonard. Yes. Take a listen to this.
Are you been liking the NBA? You're a little Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah, it's really fast, though.
Can you give me some phrases?
That's your last name.
Bernardo?
Big dumb.
How you talk trash?
你防不了我，
From Uliala?
丑吧？
It's a big dummy.
I need some in-person coaching for that.
反正他冲突了。
I'll try some rabbit. Man, if you got some free time, let's get in the gym. Have some shooting contests. When I head out there, I'm gonna hit you up.
KP 他
What's Oh, keep in touch.
Not him speaking English, and Kawhi can't now understand English. Mark, how much trash talk does Kawhi Leonard talk?
He's like a robot on the floor. That's the most I've ever seen him talk.
Right.
Get these two guys a podcast. I think that would be special. I ain't never seen him show. People that play with him, and Dave knows this, always tell me about how much personality and how fun and how cool he is behind the scenes, and he doesn't show it to us, but that's great. Get those two guys together.
You would listen to that podcast?
Yeah, I'm sure. Why not? I
About 5 minutes long per episode, but yeah.
we got to this point by Young Hansen's dad talking trash to him. He told the Washington Post that basically my dad told me when I was a kid, I was a little chubby, like, you better pick up a sport or you're going to be fat. I don't want to be fat. So thank you for Young's father.
Could you
Talk some
imagine?
trash talk, so now we get the trash talk with him.
Could
I heard
you
somebody
imagine?
online saying that you pronounce his name like, say, Young and Handsome real fast.
Young and handsome?
Oh,
Okay.
there we go.
But you saying that, can you imagine him being 7'1" and out of shape?
I mean, we've seen it in the
That's
NBA.
true. That's very true.
I can name probably
very true.
a laundry list of guys that look like that.
Speaking of Rockets, over on ESPN.com, Kevin Pelton released his grades for all 30 teams offseason so far. And coming in at the top of the class are the Hawks and the Rockets with A's, while the Nuggets came in just behind with an A-. Mark, in your opinion, what would you give an A grade, or what team would you give an A grade for their offseason?
I'm going to give Jeff Weltman some love with the Orlando Magic. I think he certainly is the deserving of an A. I mean, making that trade for Desmond Bane, and Orlando's known for being quiet, that was something I wasn't expecting. That was aggressive. Paolo basically after the season told Jeff, told management, look, man, we need some shooting. We need some added depth. We need some guards. And they did that. They got Desmond Bane, who's going to bring leadership, shooting, defense, toughness. They got Tyus Jones. That was a sneaky move, too, to get another veteran guard. Re-signed Banchero. Re-signed, to get drafted Jace Richardson. Wagner re-signed.